Today, we're here outside of the offices of Republican senators in Hagåtña with the event of a fraudulent amendment circulating online last week. The GOP is now calling for lawmakers to convene an investigative body and seek criminal charges against the purveyor, the creator of what they're saying is a forgery and a criminal document.
Recap. This is not something that's basically innocuous or petty. This is a very serious breach and in fact, a criminal act. And it is the stance of members of the legislature not to take these actions very seriously. We take our job seriously. And for those individuals who believe that they can use bully tactics, they can use tactics to harm, to scare, to cajole individuals, are members of the legislature, just to go ahead and act the way they want them to act. We are a separate branch of government. We will continue to work that way. We're going to protect that second branch of government.
So whoever has done this, whoever has conspired to do this, whoever has conspired to conceal the results of this action is put on notice that any attempt at wiping hard drives, any attempt at losing telephones, any attempt at shredding memos and memoranda that might have been created in the attempt, including drafts in this attempt to injure us, is itself a crime. You are put on notice that if we uncover evidence of obstruction of justice, we will go every bit as hard on that as we are going on the fundamental criminal action that took place. So you're on notice.
Half a day Guam, Heidi Eugenio Gilbert here with the Pacific Daily News. The Guam Visitors Bureau is preparing a record high budget request of $29 million for fiscal 2024. If the legislature approves this budget request, it will represent a 53% increase from GVB's 2023 appropriations. GVB has a budget of $18.9 million in 2023, so asking for a $29 million budget for 2024 is like shooting for the moon. But GVB said there will be a significant increase in tourism arrivals in the months ahead, and that tourism attraction funds will be able to sustain this budget increase. For the full story, log on to guampdn.com.
Good morning, Joe Titano for the Pacific Daily News. Lawmakers will have until Friday to decide whether they want to force a review of the lease that the administration is seeking for property in Manilao that's meant to be the site of a new hospital complex. The lease with the Navy for up to 50 years is now on the desk of Attorney General Doug Moylan. His office is conducting a legal review, but he said that he's going to give senators until Friday to decide whether they want to override a veto from the governor on a bill that would require the legislature to approve the 50-year lease. Governor Lilian Guerrero vetoed the measure last week, stating that it was an encroachment on her power and threatened to derail the hospital project. Some lawmakers, including Bill 12's author, Speaker Therese Terlahi, say they want more details to ensure that Guam is getting a better deal. 10 votes are needed, and it's meant to go to an override vote on Wednesday when session resumes at 10 a.m., according to the Speaker's office. If you want to see the details, go to guampdn.com.
Half a day. This is Jackson Stevens reporting for Pacific Daily News. Last week, Governor Lilian Guerrero signed into law Bill 1037, which authorizes first responders, law enforcement, and substance use recovery groups to acquire and use the medication naloxone, commonly sold under the brand name Narcan, which reverses the effects of an opioid overdose. While opioid use is not quite as extensive as seen in the States, the Guam Police Department and substance use recovery groups, such as the Salvation Army Lighthouse Recovery Center, have said that this move will save lives. For more on the story as it develops, please visit guampdn.com.